A runner gets a break when they complete at least 10 laps and have swum for more than 2 minutes. This is best described as A, an alternative schedule of reinforcement, B, a tandem schedule of reinforcement, C, a conjunctive schedule of reinforcement, or D, a compound schedule of reinforcement. C, a conjunctive schedule of reinforcement. This is the most accurate. So this is where, like certification style questions, there's always going to be two answers that are right, but one's going to be more right. So a compound schedule of reinforcement encompasses all the non-discriminative schedules, all the discriminative schedules of reinforcement, an alternative schedule of reinforcement, and conjunctive schedule of reinforcement. So technically, this schedule is a compound schedule of reinforcement, but because they have to complete a ratio criteria and an interval criteria before reinforcement is given, this is no longer just a compound schedule of reinforcement. It is, but it's a specific type, which is a conjunctive schedule of reinforcement. So conjunctive schedules of reinforcement are whenever the reinforcement follows the completion of the response requirement for both a ratio and an interval schedule of reinforcement. If we have to have both, that's conjunctive. If it's either or, that's alternative. So this is one of those ones where we just have to remember this in that way. Like we have to actually know these, but some of the word associations that are helpful for me is like alternative. It literally says it in the name. It's alternative. It's either this or that. Conjunctive, it says it in the name. It's linking two things together. Conj is that like Latin prefix for connect, right? So it's two things connected. So that's both a ratio and an interval schedule of reinforcement. So looking back at our question, they get a break. They have to do 10 laps. So that's our ratio requirement, and more than 2 minutes of swimming. That's our interval requirement. And they have to complete both before they get a break. So this is the conjunctive schedule of reinforcement.